Hello, my name is Arthur, and today I'm reading Thomas the Hero by Rev W. Andrew. The Island of Soda. Thomas the Hero. This is a story of when Thomas the Tank discovered that you don't have to fly to be a hero. Thomas the Tank was going about his work as usual when he heard a high-pitched whistling sound up in the sky. Whatever that can that be? He said to himself. Thomas looked up and saw a small plane darting overhead. He had never seen anything like it before. Beep, beep, roared Thomas, but the plane didn't hear him. The plane was soon out of sight. I must find that flying machine, Thomas said to himself. That night in the engine shed, Thomas asked James and Percy if they'd seen anything flying overhead that day. We keep our eyes fixed on the tracks, they said. That way we're really useful engines. The next day, Thomas was determined to be a really useful engine, but he couldn't help looking up for the plane. He was just thinking he'd never seen it again when he heard that same whistling sound. Whee! This time he just had to follow it. The plane may have been small, but it was fast. Must keep up, must keep up. Thomas puffed to himself. It was working. Thomas was catching up with the plane. The plane came down and landed on an airship strip near the railway tracks. A little nervously now, Thomas came to stop beside the plane. He admired the whirring propeller and the big red dots painted on its wings. I'm Thomas, said Thomas shyly. I'm Mitchell the Spitfire, but you can call me Mitch, the plane replied. I've been practicing for a fly past to celebrate the end of World War I, which means 2. Mitch explained that he used to be a fighter plane and had helped to win the Battle of Britain. Thomas was very interested. He wished he could fly and be a hero too. Back in the sheds, Thomas told the other engines about his new friends. Eyes on the tracks. Eyes on the tracks, they said crossly. That night, Thomas' dreams were full of Spitfire driving through the skies. He dreamt that he was flying with them, keeping people safe. The next day, Thomas was in charge of taking passengers to the airshow for the big fly past. As he arrived, Thomas could see Mitch next to him was another vintage aeroplane. That's a Hurricane, Thomas' driver told him. Hurricanes and Spitfires were the heroes of the Battle of Britain. The show was about to begin. The planes revved their engines and rattled along the runway. Just with a little wobble, they lifted into the sky. Thomas couldn't resist following them, but Mitch seemed to be in trouble. His engine spluttered and he came lower and lower until he made a big splash. He made an emergency landing in a duck pond. What shall we do? Asked Mitch as he started to sink lower and lower in the muddy pond. No one will know where I am. I can help, passed Thomas. He hurried back to fetch the breakdown train. It's an emergency as he pushed down the breakdown train to Mitch. As the dripping Mitch was lifted out of the pond. The Pack Controller was proud of Thomas. Thanks to you, keeping your eyes on the skies, you were able to help the Spitfire, he said. The planes that took part of the Second World War had to be alert. Like them, you are a true hero, he added. Thomas was pleased to hear that after a few minor repairs and a new coat of paint of which the Spitfire was able to take part in many more fly pasts. He was even invited to London where where he flew low over the river Thames. As he looked down at the river, he remembered the time that Thomas had rescued him from a very wet landing. The island of Sultan. So that is Thomas the Hero from rev.w.andrew.